No, sure.
Anu, hi.
Hi, Anu.
Really early morning up there?
Not too early, actually. 9:30.
We'll wait for another 2 minutes and then we can start.
Okay. Thanks for organizing this.
Sure.
Hi, Anu.
Hi.
Hi, Guri.
Hello, Manish.
We're meeting on a very
Hello.
bad time of the life, but then we got to go through the actuality. Hi, Tima.
Hello.
Hi, Anurag. Hi, Ram.
Manish, how are you? Happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you, Ram. Yeah. We're meeting on such a phase of life.
Yeah, kind of hard to sort of even really comprehend.
Yes.
I think Guri, we can start now. So if people will join, they can join us.
I think Raj is also here.
Raj
Okay,
is coming.
we'll start.
Sunita on?
You know, Sunita hasn't put her camera on yet.
Om Trambakam
Yajamahe
Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam
Sunita?
Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam त्र्यंबकं गजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यंबकं गजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्.
Okay, so just that going on. Sorry, let me just get involved. Look, would you like to start on it?
Yeah. First of all, Gurvinder, thanks a lot for organizing this. And I don't know what to say. I still can't comprehend it. I can't understand it. The day when I woke up and read this message from Ajay, it was just disbelief. I was reading wrong, and because I mean, if you remember, I mean, many of us have spent 13 years together in school from nursery till 12th. Sandeep and I I mean, many of us were there in the same section all these 13 years. And if there was one person you look up to when it comes to fitness, when it comes to in life, Sandeep, and hence it's even more difficult to even understand this news. And my heart goes out to Sanjeev and Sonia even more because I mean. It's something for especially for a person like Sandeep, so much larger than life, so much full of life. For it to happen at this age, it's just difficult to comprehend. But you know what? Knowing Sandeep and knowing Sandy, he always used to tease me. I never called him Sandy. He wanted me to call him Sandy, so calling him Sandy today. If he was. He's watching us all, and what he would want us to do is to remember the good things. We all are sad, but knowing him, knowing how full of life he was, knowing how larger than life he was, I think he would want us to remember him in that. I mean, some of us used to call him Stalin, some of us used to call him something else. I mean, he was so just a larger than life friend, brother. For all of us. So he would want us to remember all the good things. And I think that's what we should strive to do, despite the pain that this is causing us. Just a few things. I mean, as I said, 13 years with him in school, and especially in the last few years, okay, we even used to go to our homes in a DTC bus, and those times that I spent, those hours that I spent with him waiting for a DTC bus on the bus stand with that 10 paisa this orange bar that we used to have, and I think Manish Paul Nanda, me, him, all waiting those countless hours, talking, arguing. How competitive he was. Everything was an argument, and everything was a competition. And I was the stubborn guy. So imagine the stubbornness and the competitiveness getting together. For 13 years, I argued with him on everything. Even the last time I spoke to him, it was an argument. But then the confidence was, the trust was that next time we will meet, I mean, it would be with a hug. It would be with that affection. It would be with the love, and that's what makes it so special, that relationship that we all shared with Sandeep. So Sanjeev, I know it's very tough for you, but we all are there. We are his brothers all together, and I know we can't comprehend the loss and the pain that you have, but the only thing I can tell you is that we are in it together with you, and hope God gives you strength to cope with this loss. And please convey our gratitude for the friendship that we shared and the brotherhood that we shared with Sandeep, to Sonia as well, and let her know that he was a friend, very much loved, and respected amongst all of us.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Gurvinder.
Yeah, look, he was like a hero for all of us, actually. I remember Sandeep, Sandeep used to have this tape recorder which has 2 tapes in it. And that time there was a song by Stevie Wonders and other thing. And we used to record the tapes and send it across. It was like a big tape recorder, like, the band guys. We had so much fun. And, I would still want to keep his happy image in my mind. A guy who's full of energy, and, Jenny making us all go for our athletic, or whatever the ability which he had. Okay.
Yeah, and those larger than life sneakers. I mean, even if they were fake, the brand had to be the best. Okay, so it was just amazing.
The sports
enjoying him. Yeah, the sports
day at Jawaharlal Stadium, and
Yeah, so that's sports day, okay? So we had these sprinters, national level sprinters he had to compete with. And they were all practicing. And I asked Sandeep, okay, Sandeep, yaar, ye sari itni practice kar rahe hain, tu kyun nahi kar raha? I mean, you have to compete. वो बोला जब race start होगी ना तब मैं उनको दिखाऊंगा. And he won. I mean, and these guys were like national level sprinters. And that's how he was. And he's just supremely confident, full of life, real brother.
Yes. Amit.
Gurvinder, we have Anu Kalia ma'am on this call also. If you can invite her.
Amit. Priyank?
Yeah. So, just like what Alok said, I have been with Kalia, as we used to call it, never by the first name. I used to call him Kalia. He used to lovingly call me either Diga, which is my nickname, or Tima. And I can still in my sleeps, ever since I've heard, he's come in my dreams in the last few days. And I can still hear him calling me Tima or Time. And I have to tell you, he was a yaron ka yar. If I have to think of one person who will actually give his life up for a friend, he will do that. Means, spending so much time in school, and especially when we were teenagers, spending all that valuable time with him, whether it was after school, eating those chole, 25 cent chole or 25 paise ke chole, or in school, whether it was the basketball court or playing with him or in the class, he was always full of life. If I have to think of him, he was an optimist. He was energetic. He was athletic, which everyone would say. But I think for me, he was an optimist. I have never seen him ever feel scared of anything. If you are with him, you will feel you can do anything. And that's the motto he had in life. And even when we used to talk about our own careers, he used to always tell me one thing: Diga, whatever you do, be the best in what you do. Whatever career you choose, be the best in it. That you're the best that everyone looks up to. And that's how he lived his life. He always had dreams for him, and he accomplished many of those dreams. And I'm very proud of him, of where he was professionally. I was very happy he has a beautiful family still. I'll still like to be in touch with. So Sanjeev, you have to help us keep in touch with them, keep in touch with Sonia and his daughter. All I can tell you is it has been very difficult for me to accept this, just like how Alok said. When I read this, I didn't want to believe it. I just didn't want to believe it. And I just feel I couldn't get the closure. I'm still very glad I spent time with him when I visited him in Mumbai 10 or 11 years ago. But we kept in touch. Every year we used to call each other on birthdays. Every year we still were in touch. We were still calling. We were still doing Zoom chats as well. Last time he was with us in a very small group, and he showed up and he told me, Amit, I only came for you because you told me, please be here with us. And he said, I'm here with you. So he will live with me forever. Those memories, I have very good memories of him. So he's here with me. He has a special place in my heart. All those years I've spent together with him. Kalia, Sandeep, we will miss you that you're with us.
I'm sure Amit is with every one of us. Sorry, there's some echo. It's like you miss him daily. Each moment you feel he's there or he's not there.
Thank
Can I
you.
request Madam Kalia to just say a few words if you're still here?
Thank you. I really just wanted to pay my respects, and I think it's great that you all have kept in touch. It's heartbreaking for a teacher to hear of something like this for one of our students. And so I just want to join all of you in paying my respects and hoping for peace for him. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to have you on this Zoom meeting, ma'am.
Oh, I could not be there.
I hope you recognize me. I am the most naughtiest of the gang. My name is Manish Nanda.
I remember many of you, and that's why it was so
I'm
heartbreaking
sorry to use
one of your friends go.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ajay, would you like to take over? Ajay, you're mute.
Hi, good evening. I think you're having a Zoom chat on this group for the first time, which I'm participating in. And that also for this reason, which is extremely disheartening and very, very sad for all of us, losing a very, very dear friend. So I broke the news at night that day because I got to know at around 1:30 only when I got a call from Sanjeev's wife. She called me at night because he was undergoing treatment for a while. And I got a call at 1:30 at night, and she just told me that, Ajay, yeah, this had happened. And Sanjeev was not in a position to talk. He was crying. So I just asked them to take care and ensure that everything at the hospital will be taken care of. But they wanted to rush to the hospital at night itself. But I told them no point going right now because it's the COVID times, things are not right. The lockdown was on, other things were happening. So very, very challenging times what his family has seen. And frankly, I'll talk about the other things, but I'd like to really praise his brother Sanjeev, who is on with us, for really taking such fantastic care of his brother, because Kalia had issues because he had jaundice, and later on the jaundice, there were some issues. So he had liver issues. So he was undergoing treatment for a while at Fortis. So, Sanjeev was in touch with me regularly, and I visited him at the hospital also quite a few times when he was admitted at Fortis, Gurgaon. So I was regularly meeting him, and then there's like the way we meet and like old buddies and all that. So, and I told him get well soon and we have to be out of this. So I think things were improving. His jaundice was getting better. His liver was improving, but all of a sudden the COVID happened. And because of the weakness, he could not. He tried his best. I think he fought pretty well. But knowing the severity of the COVID this year, as you all must have experienced, it's very, very challenging for the people with immunity issues. And we lost him. So that was the worst news which came to me. There are other news which also came across in the current time, which have been very, very sad. And to see a lot of people. Anu ma'am was in the hospital last year. And I mean, we were regularly in touch. So I'm glad she's back and out and she's recovered well. So good to see you back, ma'am. And what to say about Kalia? When we were together in school. So I'm also from nursery to 12th and then later on also. So in fact, we were sportsmen. We played basketball together, other games also, and part of the team. So we really had some on and off school and the stadiums also when we used to go and play there. We used to practice together, representing the school team at various tournaments. And so that was different bonding what we had. And also the group of basketball was a little different. So every day evening we used to go to National Stadium, we used to practice there. And then we used to play. And after the school and everything, Kalia got into Merchant Navy. He went on sailing. Whenever he used to be back, so whenever he came back, so we used to meet up all the time. And like Kalia ke ghar pe Janpura mein, where he was staying with his father, mother, and brother. Or I was staying in Bhartinagar at that time, so it was pretty nearby. So we all used to meet. And so the Saturday evenings, we used to have some good drinking and dinner and everything. So all the families used to be together. Like we used to be together, and later on the Sunday morning, we all used to go to Nehru Stadium and play basketball. So that's the kind of routine which we had on the weekly or maybe twice or thrice a month. We used to meet up. So it was different bonding with the family also when he got married to Sonia. So I think everything happened and we all were together in what was happening in each other's life. So this was different bonding altogether. And all of a sudden when this happened, so this was very, very disheartening and totally, it's a big loss to all of us, to the school and as a friend to me. It's really bad. But hats off to Sanjeev and his family, the way they have supported, the way they have taken care of his brother. No words to express it. God bless you, Sanjeev, and your family, and love to Sonia and kids and everybody at home. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I would like to add something here, Gurvinder ji, if I can.
Please.
Ajay Bhaiya has been more than my elder brother for last 4 months. I've been, kind of troubling him every day in and out. He's really gone out of his way to help his friend. Uh, you know, his entire hospitalization and the best of doctors. He got the best of team to work on him, and when nothing was working out, he arranged a ICU bed in 2-3 hours. So God bless you, Ajay Bhaiya. And you have been like, just like Sandeep. I never, I was all by myself, and I was, of course, my family was with me. So, he really held my finger and used to guide me and used to tell me that, these are the things which you should do. So I'm really blessed that, my brother had friends like all of you. And thank you very much for taking your time today and, and talking about him. Uh, we are all honored that
We were honored to have a Sandeep as a friend. And of course, Ajay has been a really great. He helped my mother also.
Thank
He's
you.
been a real guy. We look forward to any help and other thing. And I just want to add up a thing about, taking a drinks. I had a first vodka at your place, Sanjeev. And, I remember uncle's bottle was in the first room and there was this glass shutter. And we opened it up and we filled up with a glass of water in it. I think uncle got to know about it and we had a tough time after that.
I remember all of you, at least, people around there, Rahim, Bhaiya, you, Amit Rehan, Bhaiya, and everybody, So we used to have a lot of fun. We used to have a lot of fun there.
Manish, if you want to continue. Manish.
Yeah, I have a very strong and nice bonding during my childhood days. Like Alok said, we used to travel together. Manish, Sethi, me, Sandeep, Alok, we used to travel from the same bus, which used to make Sandeep drop first, then Alok, then myself. Till the 10th, we were in the same section in section C. And Amit Rehan was a great singer. Alok was studious since the beginning. Even now, I still feel he's a very introvert chap. Sandeep was a dashing personality. The last year, around December 2019, when I wished him and we chatted for about 45 minutes, he committed to my wife that Bhabhi, मैं आपको मिलने जरूर आऊंगा. And on a very sad note, he lost his bua also a couple of weeks back. His bua is a very thick friend of mine, and my mom told me about this. And suddenly this news came in. I was really damn pissed off. And today being my birthday, believe me, my children, my wife had planned this occasion in a very gala manner because I'm turned 51 today. I said nothing doing yaar. This time is bad. Birthdays फिर मनाएंगे. Every day you're hearing news. Last time we met Guri at Lajpat Nagar in that Gurdwara. We can't forget these things. These things keep coming in our mind. I had a very nice memory. Dika used to sing. We used to go to Jangpura. Sandeep used to treat. कि आज तेरे को ट्रीट मिलेगी. मुझे ट्रीट का मीनिंग भी नहीं मालूम था. बोला तेरे को ट्रीट नहीं मिलेगी आज. तेरे को आज टिक्की नहीं खिलाएंगे आज तेरे को. वो दिन भूल नहीं सकते. Manish Bhargav, me, Akash Kakkad used to be left out when Sandeep used to have such parties done. But nevertheless, I had a very great relation. Sandeep's brother also recalls me. I was the naughtiest. I used to get scolding from his father also. But nevertheless, it was a very nice relation, which I want to carry it on. I really miss him today. Really, I miss him. Alok, Nanda, Trehan, Dika, Rajat, Vikram. The way Vikram's naughtiness, Kalia used to live. क्या कह रहा है फिर कोई मांगेगा नहीं ना मेरे से मैं लॉलीपॉप खा लूंगा तो वो दिन आज भी भूले नहीं है. You have that kind of a bonding among ourselves. So that must carry on. And we are with you, Sanjeev, at any given point of time. Ajay has been really supportive. I have kept seeing him in the messages when this group was made by Salil. Hats off to Ajay. Fantastic. We were in a different section. He was in section B. But the way he has been for his friends, jokes apart, I have no words for him. No words for him.
Manish, it's a
Thank you, yaar. इससे ज़्यादा मैं बोलूँगा तो रो पड़ूंगा.
नहीं यार, रोना नहीं है, आज तो बर्थडे मनाता हूँ.
Very, very happy birthday. You must celebrate your birthday. It'll be good for
You know, संजीव, I'm not sure अगर आपने वो स्टोरी सुनी है, ये टिफिन बॉक्स गायब हो जाते थे लोग के you know, tiffins were taken away, and you know, Manish, Vikram, Sandeep, there are different stories which are still so fresh in our mind.
Yes, yes. Tiffins गायब होते थे. Yes, yes.
Hiram,
yes.
Yeah, Anurag, Hiram, yeah, Anurag, anyone can start, please.
Hiram, go ahead.
It's the same. It doesn't matter. I don't think any of us are going to feel differently. But it's funny. I was telling Kalia this a couple of years ago, and Raj knows this, that the change from Kalia of school, who was kind of more shy around the girls, who spoke to only a few people, and then 30 years later, I got to tease Kalia about Saloni. Who remembers Saloni? I'm sure I can see Amit Rehan remembering Saloni for sure, of course, exactly. And Kalia's blossoming into this. He was like, no, and that he was trying to be super cool about it. And I couldn't stop laughing because Kalia in school could barely speak to any of the girls. And you know how school was, right? Nobody really cared whether you were a boy or a girl. We were all always together. This new Kalia was intriguing and fun, and it was crazy. We had this other group, and then Kalia, I know now, had two Bombay numbers. And Kalia sent me both numbers. And I think what really surprised all of us on the group was when Kalia decided to tell us that he had a daughter. We didn't know Kalia was pregnant. And I think that was so amazing, that moment of joy. Amit, you were also on that group. You, Raj, everybody was on that group. Could not get over it. You know, I called him to basically say, what's wrong with you? How is it that you haven't told us that you were expecting a baby? And then Kalia would send pictures, and Kalia and baby. The size difference was the most adorable thing that you could see. When he spoke about his daughter, it was a different thing altogether. You know, Kalia would message you at 11:30 at night, sending you things about his daughter. And Sanjeev, if you can please convey from us that it was such a special moment to see that. And we really hope we see her and we get to see her grow up and tell her all these stories about her father. I'm sure Anu will have a lot more to say about Kalia's shoes and, you know, hauling Kalia up over shoes. That was the other story that went on throughout 11th and 12th. But I don't know, you could just go on talking about somebody you went and you've known for over 30 years of your life. You know, you knew him at different stages. He was from a shy boy to the captain, to the Merchant Navy captain, to this larger than life figure. It's not real, like it hasn't sunk in. And Sanjeev, so much love to all of you. If there's anything that we can do, and honestly, I say this, we'd really like to see Sonia and his daughter a lot more of her, and I hope we can keep in touch. Anurag, do you want to go next? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi guys, tough times, tough moment. I guess my interaction with Sandeep started off from the basketball court. And what a team player, what a team guy. He's always been a team guy, I guess. I think me and Manish, we were a little weak on basketball, but he'll always take me in his team. Aaja, saath mein khelenge. And you could just be there. He was somebody who could just bind people together. Always, and look at this, even when he's not around today, I think all of us have got bonded together. I guess after so many years, I don't even know. After so many years, we are together, binded on a Zoom call today in remembrance of Sanjeev. I probably don't want to say too much. People are there, but I should first thank Raj, I guess, who mooted this idea to get together, and Guri, who organized this. Sanjeev, strength to you, I guess, but we are all around. And we really, really miss him today. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't want to speak too much. Anyone else? Guri?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anurag, I was going through the Facebook profile of Sandeep, and we saw that autograph, the school leaving, I think it was
No,
like,
me and Sandeep used to talk every birthday, I guess, for the last 4 years. He used to talk to me on Facebook only, not on the phone call. But as Iram was saying, sending pictures at late night of the daughter, and we were all so elated and happy that, oh, somebody had a daughter. So cute to hold. Amazing. But like as life goes on. Move on, Guri.
that's it.
Thanks.
Raj, would you like to take? Yes,
Yeah.
Shukla, sir.
Hi, everybody. I'll be taking a little longer time than anybody because for most of the people in this call, Sandeep Kalia was a friend. He was a classmate. He was a schoolmate. For me, Sandeep was something which was a part of the formative Raj which I became. He touched me in many, many ways. 1985, I lost my mother. And that was when we shifted to Delhi and the admission in Air Force Bal Bharti happened. छोटे छोटे बाल थे मदर की डेथ के बाद adolescent period था गंदी गंदी दाढ़ी मुझे आना शुरू हो गई. So I was looking like that ugly duckling, and suddenly a child who is traumatized with his mother's untimely death, walking into a big city of Delhi, into a new school, suddenly are getting uprooted from his own sense of belonging from a different school now into an altogether different new world. Day one in this school bus, I was looking for somebody who could look my size, and then I find a very good looking, sweet, charming smile, and this was Amit Rehan. And Amit Rehan came forward and he asked me, मेरी हिम्मत नहीं पड़ रही थी बस में बैठने की, नया नया लड़का था, नया नया शहर, नया नया स्कूल, और अमित ने पहली बार मेरे को सीट दी. It was very interesting to know we were from the same section in the same class. स्कूल पहुंचा, पहली बार बिल्डिंग के अंदर, नया नया बड़ा सा स्कूल, ढेर सारी भीड़, और क्लास के अंदर में घुस करके मैं देख रहा था, because I think I had an admission which was around a month late, so everybody had a seat taken up, and I was there standing at the door of the class holding my bag and thinking कि मैं बैठूंगा कहाँ. And then एकदम से फर्स्ट सीट पे एक लड़का बैठा हुआ था, and he called me, आ मेरे साथ बैठ. I looked at this guy and he was probably the most good looking guy I had ever seen in my life. Straight out of John Rambo from the First Blood. Big, strong Sandeep Kalia. वहां से मेरा पहला दिन एयरफोर्स बाल भारती के साथ शुरू हुआ. उसने मुझे एयरफोर्स बाल भारती देखना सिखाया, लोगों से मिलना सिखाया, एंड इट बिकेम टू अ पॉइंट, इट वाज अ सिम्बियोटिक रिलेशनशिप. जैसे आप लोगों ने डिस्कवरी चैनल में देखा होगा, एक शार्क घूम रही होती है और उसके साथ एक छोटी सी मछली होती है जो साथ साथ उसके चल रही होती है, उसी के साथ ही शायद सरवाइव कर रही होती है. संदीप ने मुझे लिटरली स्कूल के हर पहलू से अवगत कराया, हर किसी से पहचान कराई. Most of the people were coming from different sections, and here was my chance, and he was my window to the rest of the school. From the office section to counselor's office, to commerce, to arts, from introducing to Iram, to Anuradha Iyengar, to Elena Bakshi, to Komal, to Rajneesh, to Puneet Singh, Ajay, Sanjay Maharaj, Sarabjot, and he made me accepted in this school. मुझे शायद याद है और आज भी ये फैक्ट है, मैं दुनिया में शायद सबसे फिसड्डी बास्केटबॉल प्लेयर हूँ. मुझसे खराब बास्केटबॉल कोई नहीं खेल सकता. एंड ही ensured कि I was participating in every time when we were going there to play. जब मैंने पलट करके अपने प्रोफेशनल करियर में देखना शुरू करा, आई थिंक देयर वाज अ एब्सोल्यूट काइंड ऑफ अ सर्टेन लीडरशिप व्हिच ही हैड. He knew how to, bring the people together. How he got me connected to Ajay Maharaj for the first time when एक खबर आई थी, and the entire school was, in a very bad, tough situation, knowing about that accident. Uh, from everybody. And as somebody recently said, Sandeep was very shy in talking to girls. And that symbiotic relationship where he became like my support system for the school, I became kind of his support system in trying to talk to all the girls at that point of time. वो बहुत संकोच करता था. एंड मुझे याद है हम लोग बहुत सारी बदमाशी भी करते थे बगल में बैठ के, और अनुराधा अयंगर क्लास की मॉनिटर होती थी और परेशान हो जाती थी हम लोगों से कि तुम लोग बात करना कब बंद करोगे. एंड शी वाज सरप्राइज्ड, how come this new guy in the school has suddenly got all that audacity कि मैं बोल रही हूँ और ये बदमाशी कर रहा है. So Anuradha, today I got to give you the entire credit of that goes to Kalia, Captain Kalia. एक दिन स्कूल में टिफिन गायब हो जाते थे. आज वो स्टोरी अभी उठी. मेरा टिफिन अक्सर मेरे बाजू वाला ही गायब करता था. Then one fine day he asked me, तू रोज ब्रेड ऑमलेट क्यों लेकर के आता है? And that was a time when I told him कि I only know how to cook omelette. Post mom, I had to fix my school tiffin for myself. And the only thing I had known by that time was probably either to cook a Maggie or an omelette. And this guy, without saying anything, next day onwards, he started bringing an extra parantha or an extra sandwich. He touched me. And uske baad, the way he started getting me around, and then connecting me with Prathamesh, with Kapil, Ajay Malhan, Guri, Raviraj Kishore, everybody. It was like, Tarika. उसने मेरे को तारिका का टिफिन चुराना सिखाया बाद में. एंड आई थिंक पहली लड़ाई हम लोगों की जब हुई जब हम क्लास 12th पे पहुंचे. एंड दैट वाज अ टाइम व्हेन वी रियलाइज, मेरे से एक दिन बोला, अब तू बहुत बड़ा हो गया रे. वो बिल्कुल हीरो की मदर वाले स्टाइल से, अब तू मेरे से भी लड़ लेगा. एंड हम लोग हर महीने एक बार लड़ते थे, 3 दिन बात नहीं करते थे. टिफिन मेरा तब भी आता था उसके पास. ही यूज्ड टू गेट दैट एक्स्ट्रा टिफिन. एंड ही यूज्ड टू इंश्योर कि मैं बास्केटबॉल तब भी जरूर खेलूं. हम लोग बात नहीं कर रहे होते थे बगल में बैठ करके, लेकिन बास्केटबॉल जरूर खेलते थे. एंड आई वाज काइंड ऑफ वन ऑफ दोस प्लेयर्स जिसको एवरी टीम वुड वांट कि तू इसको ले ले. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर रजत चैटर्जी यूज्ड टू से, नहीं हमको राजेश नहीं चाहिए. एंड वो तारिका, अनुराधा, एवरीबॉडी, नहीं हम ले लेंगे. एंड विक्रम साहनी, अमित रेहान मेरे को हर बार सिखाता था. एंड ही यूज्ड टू गो क्रेजी अबाउट बॉल लेके दौड़ते नहीं है. Then comes 12th and suddenly you start realizing कि क्लास में आलोक नंदा और अनुराधा जैसे बच्चे भी होते हैं, बेटा पढ़ना सीख जा. And there was somebody else called S. Suresh, who was kind of a crazy character again. So Sandeep was something. Air Force बाल भारती खत्म हो गया, but मैं संदीप, मेरे पास का संदीप कालिया हमेशा बचा रहेगा. My sister knew about him, who had never met him. My wife, my girlfriends knew about him. My son knew about him. And the day the news came, and I was like totally taken aback. And all I said was, I lost somebody very dear from this school. And he said, don't tell me it was Kalia. And it so happened. Facebook happened. We again rediscovered each other. And हम लोग हर 15 दिन में लड़ लेते थे फोन करके. और उसके बाद used to just try meeting for 5 minutes to patch up, only to fight again after 15 days down the line. Kalia for me was not a classmate. For me, Sandeep Kalia was not the schoolmate. For me, Sandeep Kalia was not a history. for me, Sandeep Kalia continues to live with me forever. He'll be cherished forever. Salute, Captain Kalia.
Rajesh, Rajesh, that WhatsApp fight which we had also, in which he left the whole group and all that. I think that was the main thing when he said Rajesh Shukla ban gaya. So I had a chat with him after that. I said, "Come back, yaar. What's this thing now?" He said, "No." So
We had a wonderful, 1st of January was his birthday, if I'm correct. Yeah. And
December.
1st of December.
December.
1st of December.
He is December born.
I don't know, 30 years down the line, 35 years down the line, how many of you remember somebody's birthday? But uska hamesha yaad rehta tha, and I called him up early in the morning. And we started for 5 minutes. Kamine, lad liya mere se, maja aa gaya sabke samne and all that. And we had, probably he was one person who, for some reason, always made me feel, मैं उससे फोन पे बात करने के बाद मेरे को शीशा देखना पड़ता था और मुझे लगता था झूठा है. He used to give me that kind of a confidence, Or Anuradha can understand, when you start living in Western countries, a lot of times you feel मैं ना एकदम फिरंगी लग रहा हूँ, गोरा लग रहा हूँ, और घर आकर के जब देखते हैं तो लगता है नहीं मैं हिंदुस्तानी लग रहा हूँ. With Sandeep, I always had this kind of a feeling, मैं भी बड़ा handsome लग रहा हूँ. And बाद में आईना देख करके लगता था नहीं मैं normally लग रहा हूँ. But he always kept on making me very special. I think last we had our word was on Valentine's Day. Yeah, every Valentine's we used to talk to each other. Despite both of us having very clear straight orientation, and we knew it right from the school level. And Saloni was my girlfriend.
Sorry, she wasn't. Well, Shai.
Okay, I don't want to start on this.
बहुत साल हो गए. Amit Rehan, speak up. Don't let this one pass.
ये मुझे बहुत बाद में पता चला.
ऐसे नहीं झूठ बोलते, सबको पता था.
चलो. Okay, Sandeep Kalia is the topic which we're discussing.
Anu.
Let's have Anuradha Iyengar. I can see her smiling, and I see her with a lot of memories, deluge of memories coming to her.
I only knew Sandeep in school, but he's the one who made me join the WhatsApp group. I'm not big on WhatsApp groups and things like that, but he guilted me into joining it. I think he had a passion for school and passion for bringing people together. And so in some way it's poignant that we've come together today for him, because a lot of you haven't seen in a long time. For me, he was the tallest boy in class. When I came to school from the South, somebody told me that he defined Punjabi good looks. So even now, sometimes when I see Hindi movies, I think of him, because he was the first kind of stereotypical Punjabi good-looking guy I had seen. I remember the flipping of his hair. And as Raj said, I remember how irreverent he was, because he wouldn't listen to anything I said. And so in some ways, I think that maybe he taught me something that was very useful, is it's not always good to follow the rules. Sometimes it is good to question the status quo. And if nobody questions the status quo and everyone always follows the rules, what does leadership mean, and how do you ever affect change? So for that spirit of always trying to bring people together, for, as Alok and Amit, who are very close to him, said, living a larger than life way, whether it was his basketball or his naughtiness or his unwillingness to listen to anything, or just the confidence that he had. He just exuded confidence. I'll always remember that. It is hard to think of somebody who was so full of life as gone, but in some ways I don't think a spirit like that can ever be gone. And there's a part of him that probably he left in all of us, which is what made so many people from different parts of the world on a Sunday take the time to come together. So I will remember him and cherish him and remember what he taught me.
Thanks, Anu. The Sandeep, what Sandeep is. Okay, Savinder, would you like to speak? Savinder. Gurvinder Chopra. It's looking like an attendance call. Sorry, you mute. Yes, now we can hear.
Yeah. A lot of things have already been spoken, which I wanted to speak about Kalia. And one thing which is very common among us is we used to have a lot of fights, even in school. But best part, what is like Raj said, later he used to have it resolved at the earliest. And even in the WhatsApp group, we used to have, if we used to have any kind of a disagreement on any issue, next day he used to ping in a direct message or call up and have it resolved. Even while he left the group, he had been constantly in touch. He had been constantly in touch with me. And even during the first phase of pandemic, he used to keep on messaging and asking about the well-being of the family, my family, and everybody who's there in the group. If everybody's all right or not. And what else I can say is very sad. You know, a person of our age who's not supposed to go has, on account of this COVID-related issue, he has passed away. Where none of us were in a position to even help him out or even visit him or provide any support to him. That's all.
Thanks. Sandeep is Sandeep. That's what I can say. Subir, you want to come?
I was in school for a very, very short time. I was there only for the sixth grade. And Sandeep and I used to go for basketball. And basketball seems to be a common theme across, but that was very early days. And our coach used to be Mr. Dhatt. And he used to be a really, really hard-assed guy. And I think Kalia was one of the guys who made me feel comfortable and stick it out and make it to the sub-juniors team. And what I also wanted to actually connect up specifically with Sanjeev was that, I feel your loss. I lost my sister a couple of weeks back to COVID, and the only thing I can say from experience is celebrating this huge life that people have lived, that Sandeep has lived and touched. Like in my faith, they say that we live in a continuum, and every person that you touch, you leave behind a part of you with that person. And it's clearly evident by what we hear today that Captain has touched millions through each one of us. He will continue to live on. A true firebrand, and the kind of interactions that I had recently over WhatsApp, unbelievable that it was so many years that we've never been in touch. So he'll live on, and we keep that alive. Thanks.
Thanks, Subir. You know, he lives on forever and ever. Pratmesh was the other guy. You want to say something?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So I spent briefly 2 years with Kalia in school when he moved into the C section, and we used to call him Kalu. But I must say he was the fairest of the Kalias that I know. Right? And Raj just spoke about the tiffin, the stealing of tiffin, right? I mean, I was his partner in crime along with Kapil. So, and we had this thing that we will eat our tiffin in the actual break, but short recess mein, we will go for the tiffins in the class. I and Kalia also fought on many occasions, but I mean, he was the most reasonable guy. And then we kind of lost touch over once you leave the school and so on. But then Facebook connected us back again. I must say, all of us were, kind of graying, getting old, but Kalia was getting younger. If you look at his Facebook profile pictures, the upload, the way he invested in, maintaining his physique, I must say that he was really, I must say, he not only looked nice, but he gave a lot of us a lot of inspiration to, stay healthy, stay fit. Then I moved to Bombay for a short period of time and I was in touch with Kalia, but never met because of various reasons, because I was doing Monday to Friday kind of thing. Really saddened by this news that Sandeep is no longer with us, but his memories will live on for a longer period of time amongst all of us. That's all I have to say. Back to you,
Thanks,
Gurvinder.
Pratmesh. Still remember that exchanging of all the musics with you and Kalia all the time. Ajay, would you like to close, or I'm not sure if someone else wants to come.
I think we can open the house if somebody wants to comment or share their thoughts, please. I think we can ask a lot of people on the call.
Shruti?
Anyone. So who is open to?
Sure. I think Sanjeev just wanted to express sadness because just waking up to the news last Sunday, and I've been friends with Amit Rehan since grade 4. And because I've been friends with Amit Rehan, I've known Kalia since grade 4. And then I've known Kalia from grade 11 and 12. We were in the same section. And subsequently, I played basketball with him in Saket whenever he used to come back. Vikram, Sani, and he and I would play basketball. I'm still shocked, frankly. And I think just joining this call, and I've seen some of these friends over the last few years. I haven't seen Kalia for about 25 years. But Facebook connected us back. I'm in the environmental field and we've exchanged messages when he's talking about his salvage work. So we've had some wonderful connections. He truly was a larger than life personality. I mean, I think उस तरह का जो बंदा है वो हमेशा रहेगा हमारे पास. I'm married to somebody who was 1 year junior to me in Bal Bharti. She woke, last Sunday happened to be my birthday. So I woke up to the news that Kalia's passed away on my birthday, and I tell my wife, and she was shocked because she knew him as well. So not only our group, but even the year below us, he was an incredibly, incredibly, incredibly popular person. So I think a couple of people have said it. Usko hum kabhi bhulenge nahi, and uski jo hasi hai, always, always, always smiling. I will always remember, oi prothi, oi prothi, oi. That was the way he would always talk about. That'll never go away. Like, he may no longer be with us, but his memory will always be with us. So you have our deepest sympathies, but also remember that he was really a larger than life person. And I think God wanted him sooner. So, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I think Ajay, no.
I think Sanjeev, is Sonia around?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Just Nico, just ask her to join. Hi, Sonia.
Hello, Ajay. Thanks a lot.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, everyone. She is Sonia. She's Sandeep's wife. And Sonia, you have heard friends from school talk about Sandeep, their emotions, their sentiments, their journey together in life. And frankly, like you also, the way you supported your husband in this trying times, the way you have been there alongside him at the hospital or maybe at the other, every time, being COVID positive also. Everybody in the family was COVID positive at Sanjeev and Sanjeev's place, but still they all were out at the hospital and taking care of him. So hats off to Sonia also, whatever best she could, she has done it. And all, the outcome is not always what we desire, but the effort which everybody put in to ensure what best can be given to Captain was done. So that's the only regret. We couldn't get him back and we lost him. But I think hats off to everybody at home. And Auntie called up, in fact, I don't know if Sanjeev or Sonia, the way she called me, I think on Wednesday or Thursday before this Sunday. And she spoke to me for good 5 minutes, and she was saying, Ajay, acha, and he's recovering good and all that. Thank you very much. And she was talking to me for a while, blessing me and talking about some old times. Like, we spent a lot of time together at home. His father we used to sit together, have a lot of sessions. I mean, like, we really had some good time together at his house also. So Auntie was remembering that and was talking about it and saying that, okay, let's catch up when things get okay. I said, Auntie, for sure. And Sunday, but because Raat ko bataya nahi, he has passed away, I advised them not to please tell Auntie right now and subah batana. Then she called up and she was crying very bad. I mean, like, she was totally broken. So I think that's what life is. I've also been through it. A lot of people in the group, other people have also been through it. I lost my brother in school itself. So that's what life is. And in this COVID times, you have seen the worst for a lot of families. So anyway, I'll hand it over to Sonia. If you want to just thank everybody and maybe your thoughts to your family of Balbati School.
Ajay, thanks a lot for everything. Although I've not called you because I didn't know what to say to you, so I did not speak to you after that.
Thank you very much, Sonia, and all the best to everyone.
And God bless.
And thank you for joining the call. And thank you, Sanjeev, for joining in, and thank you, Kalya ma'am, also for joining in, and all the other class members. Thank you for joining, and hopefully we'll have a reunion again for a better cause and for some better times. We look forward, and thank you, Sanjeev. We all are there, always there, any day, anytime. If you need any support, we're always there. That's all I can say from our end. For the Balbati fraternity.
Can I say something?
Please,
Raj
please.
has made a huge effort today. He just lost his mother-in-law and is not saying anything. So I just want to reach out and Raj, thank you, and a big hug. And I'm just so sorry that we're all here in this position, but it's what it is. Yeah.
Anything for the hero, anything for our heroes, Sandeep Kalia, Captain Sandeep Kalia.
Okay, I propose let's have a get together on Sandeep's birthday. Let's do a Zoom call again on a Sandeep's birthday. Rajesh will make it, your song will be heard that day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make it like Sandeep's birthday as our reunion day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Stay safe and stay well. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All of you for being there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sanjeev.
Thank you, Sanjeev.